All right, joining me this morning is April SARVER, Okaloosa County's Public Information Officer. April, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing this morning, Jared?
I'm good. As you and I were just talking, it's a little chilly outside, but I'm certainly not complaining because it's not raining.
It's not raining and we're going to have sunshine this weekend. There's the official word.
Absolutely. So it's been a while since we've had Okaloosa County on to just kind of do a regular update. So thanks so much for coming on and talking through all that we're going to talk about today. And what do you say, since it's on the top of everyone's mind? Let's start with the fuel update regarding gas in Okaloosa County. What can you tell us on that?
Yeah, so our public safety director, Patrick Maddox, he's been following everything for us really closely because, of course, we do have a fleet of vehicles here at the county that we want to make sure are always fueled up, such as ambulances. That's important. And so he's been sharing the verified information. We've all seen a lot of media coverage about the Colonial Pipeline and how it had recently had a cyber attack. It's kind of up in the air. Did it affect us? Did it not affect us? And he sorted all that out for us. That Colonial Pipeline cyber attack didn't affect us. It didn't supply us. We were supplied by a separate hub, which, because of the panic buying and the demand, they struggled a little bit for a couple of days to be able to get that fuel to us. Well, it looks like now that is being resolved. There's been a couple of emergency orders that have increased the amount of hours that drivers can drive to be able to deliver fuel. Our hub has plenty of gas, and they're getting it to us now. There's actually an app you can download. I think it's called Gas Tracker. You can download the app, or you can just go to the website, and it'll kind of give you an idea of where the gas is, so that you can find it on your daily commutes. But we're seeing it. We're seeing it now when we're driving around. It looks a lot better situation.
Yeah, and from the county's aspect, what's y'all's message to residents regarding, navigating this for the next couple days or week as things sort of catch back up?
Yeah, I guess the message has been, and it continues to be, don't panic. Don't hoard the gas. Pump your gas when you need it. Use the gas app. You might find it on your commute. You might have to go a little bit out of the way, but we're seeing fuel increase to our area, and there's not as many outages at the stations as what there were. There was also a lot of really long lines, so stay patient at the pump.
Awesome. Well, let's move on to our second topic of the day, which I don't think anybody really wants to talk about yet, but we have to talk about hurricane season. And I know that you guys have been putting out some updated information regarding hurricane preparedness. So what can you tell us about where the county is regarding hurricane season?
Yeah, so this week happens to be Hurricane Preparedness Week. So we have been sharing some of the messaging that the National Weather Service recommends to share this week during Hurricane Preparedness Week. And we've just been tweaking that to make it really relevant to our area. We have had Chief Michael Schwartz and Director Maddox do some little Facebook messages to our community. We also have alertokaloosa.com, which you can find some preparedness information on. Also, our public safety website at myokaloosa.com. There's a lot of really good information on there, such as evacuation routes. We have the shelters listed, what to do depending on what flood zone you're in, how to pack an emergency preparedness kit ahead of time. So there's a lot you can do in advance so that if we have a weather event, which nobody wants, we're prepared for it, and we can shoulder that and protect our families and protect our homes.
Yeah, and as you said, it's better to be prepared, and we don't want to wait till the last minute. We typically, at my house, always wait until the last minute, and it's like, hurricane's coming. But very good tips. I've seen some of the stuff that you guys have been putting out, and so thanks for giving us all that information. Another thing that no one really wants to talk about is mosquitoes. And you just informed me before we started recording that we thought initially mosquito spraying was going to start soon, but you have a better update for us.
Yeah, breaking news. So we've had our mosquito spray schedule posted on our website. We've shared it, and we knew that day was coming. It's kind of dependent on environmental factors, so there's never a set date where the spraying begins, but we always know it's coming. So we've seen a lot of rain in the past few weeks, and so it's probably really good timing. It has started as of Monday, The Okaloosa County mosquito spray trucks are going to be out there on the streets, and they have a schedule. Like I said, it's posted Monday through Thursday. They start spraying each day about an hour before sunset. And the reason that schedule is posted is a lot of people want to know when that mosquito truck's coming by, especially the bee farmers in the area. And on our website, on myokaloosa.com, if you go to the mosquito control landing page, you'll find that there are some tips for protecting the bees. There's also some contact information so that if you are a bee farmer or you're concerned, you can give our team a call and they'll tell you how to protect those bees. A healthy bee population equals a healthy ecosystem, and we want to keep our community safe from all of those diseases that mosquitoes carry, but we also want to protect our environment.
Are there any update or is there any information on there regarding mosquito spraying if people want to try and opt out of that in their area?
Yeah. Yes. So on that landing page, that phone number that's available, you'll be able to give them a call and let them know if, there is a large bee farm in the area or a body of water that needs to be avoided. They do make efforts to accommodate those requests because, again, we're here to keep the environment healthy. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little on COVID and some updates surrounding that. You guys have been putting out a ton of information on it, and I think for the most part, people know, that you guys are going to post daily updates. But for those who aren't aware, where can they find the latest information from the county?
Yeah, so the Florida Department of Health in Okaloosa is a state agency, and so we try to go out there and grab that information so that our community can find the most relevant information for us. And we put that on myokaloosa.com. Right up top, there's a banner. And on that banner, you can find not only that data from the state, but you can find some really helpful links for economic help. We have a grant right now, which is really beneficial to those who are renting and have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. We have a website. It's called OkaloosaRentalAid.com. That'll take you straight to the grant information. So not only can the tenants apply, but the landlords can help start that process for them. We want to make sure that everyone knows if they're a renter, this aid that has come to us from the federal government has come specifically to our county, $6.3 million, for us to be able to award qualified applicants with that money to help keep them in their homes. It also helps to ensure they can keep their utilities running. It'll cover past due balances. It'll cover deposits. But there's a lot of good information on that website. You can get there right at the top of myokaloosa.com.
And do you know off the top of your head if there's a deadline for getting these grant applications submitted by?
Yeah, you want to get those applications in by November 15th. The grant money does run out when it's out, so I would say don't delay on that. But November 15th is the hard deadline to apply.
All right, let's talk a little bit on beaches, something you and I both love. We have seen, in the past few weeks, we've seen a lot of incidences regarding rip currents and beach flags and those sort of things. And I know that the public safety and the counties, along our Gulf Coast area have been trying to continue to educate visitors and some locals alike as to what the flags mean and the severity of some of these conditions out there. What can you tell us regarding that?
Yeah, so the beach warning flags, they've actually began in 2005. It's throughout the entire state of Florida. We have the beach warning flags here in our county and our municipality. City of Destin uses the same flags. It's really important to understand that those flags are there for a reason. You can't always tell when there are rip currents, but those flags are going to keep you safe, tell you when to stay out of the water. If you're confused, there's lifeguards out there. Our beach safety team is great. They'll answer any questions that you have. You'll find those beach warning flags on our website, on our tourism website. We post them every day on Facebook. We also make sure that, or our tourism department makes sure that the condos and the hotels, they have that literature to hand out to their guests. And at every beach access, you're going to see a key of what those beach warning flags mean. And you'll find information on how to escape a rip current. Because like I said, that's not something you can always point out from the shore. Once you get in there, it can be too late. And the main message with that is don't fight against a rip current because it's going to wear you out. You swim left or right, and that will help you escape that rip current and help you to swim back into shore more safely. But our lifeguards are out there and they're willing to educate anyone who has any questions about it.
Let's talk Leave No Trace a bit while we're talking about beaches.
Yeah.
A couple of months ago, you came on with Catherine Card from the city of Destin, and just last week I chatted with her about Leave No Trace in the city of Destin. But Okaloosa County, for those who didn't see our interview before, Okaloosa County's come on board to get behind this Leave No Trace initiative. Where are you guys at with that?
Yeah, so we have adopted the Leave No Trace concept, and we want to make sure that not only on our beaches, but north, east, south, and west, we have a clean environment. Our roadways, our parks, our beaches. We want to make sure that everybody's doing their part to take everything back with them that they brought, maybe pitch in a little extra and pick up some trash that maybe you didn't leave, but you see it laying around. We, part of the Leave No Trace concept is, leave no trace. Obviously, don't leave your trash. Leave only your footprints and take only memories. So when you're out on those beaches, make sure that you're not taking things home with you, like the sea oats. Those sea oats are there to help our ecosystem flourish and stay off those dunes. And when you're at the beach, digging those holes, making the sand castles, make sure you fill the holes back in, because that's going to help protect our sea turtles. Sea turtle nesting season started May 1st. And so as those mama sea turtles are going up and down the beach, we don't want them to fall into a hole and have a hard time escaping, or have those baby sea turtles not be able to make it back to the shoreline.
And regarding, your partnership with the city of Destin, as we continue to get into the summer season, what can we look forward to seeing from the Leave No Trace campaign?
Yeah, so Okaloosa County does have a team who goes out early in the morning before anybody gets out to the beaches. Our team does pick up, I think, what did we say last year? About a million
pounds.
A million pounds of trash off of the beaches. They're out there before you get out there, taking that trash back to our transfer stations and helping to keep our beaches clean on that perspective. But we also encourage everyone to pitch in and do their part. We do have a landing page on our website, which gives some tips on little things you can do to help to make sure your environment stays nice and tidy. And when you're walking in and out of stores, and how to just make a small impact with some actions that aren't really that difficult. And we have a lot of citizens who have done a great job of being active in the Leave No Trace community. And they put together some really great beach cleanups, some different cleanups in different parts of our county. We had one at Yellow River, by a group of individuals who did a fantastic job making that area look great. But on that website that we have, our Leave No Trace website for Okaloosa County, you'll find some information on how to organize a beach cleanup if that's something that you're interested in doing, so you can make sure it's done safely and done right, and you have all of the resources that you need.
I think it's such a great campaign, and I love the fact that Okaloosa County is partnering with Destin on this, and can't wait to see how it progresses throughout the season. Let's talk about a few fun things that happened this past week across the county. A couple of them I had no idea even went on. Let's start with the town hall that happened in Baker with Commissioner Boyles regarding a recent FDOT study. What can you tell us on that?
Yeah, so we held a town hall. Commissioner Boyles did a great job. There was a 71-page FDOT study on State Road 189 and State Road 4 corridor up there in Baker. And that's really a main thoroughfare for people coming to our area to enjoy our beaches. And The residents are seeing a lot more traffic. I know that after the town hall, I can tell you they would prefer that traffic slow down and go the speed limit, enjoy our beaches, but arrive alive and slow down so that it's a little safer for our community out there.
And is there any indication on, what's going to happen next regarding that? What was Commissioner Boyle's takeaway from that?
Yeah, so he was there to listen to the community and find out what their concerns were and to kind of unravel the 71-page document of FDOT. And ultimately, the message is to stay the course and stay focused on the issue at hand. Make sure your voice is heard anytime the state asks questions. When the county reach out proactively. If you have a concern, just stay forward. Keep that narrative going. It's something that the community there would really like to see some changes to help slow those folks down. So they're just looking at a bunch of different options to see what would be the best course and what the FDOT would be willing to help make happen.
Let's talk about the food truck frenzy. That happened during the week for Appreciation Week for correctional officers and nurses. How did that food truck frenzy festivities, how'd that go?
Oh, it went great. So each day, Monday through Friday, there were anywhere between, 4 and 6 different food trucks each day there to serve the general public and inviting the public out to come and say thank you to our correctional officers and to our nurses. It's a profession that sometimes we overlook as the general public. We don't hear at Okaloosa County because we see how hard they work every day and really appreciate them. So it was nice to be able to have an event that focused on them. They do a great job. It's a stressful job, and we wanted to let them know that they're appreciated. They did enjoy some free meals, some giveaways. They just kind of had festivities out there every day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I know there was a lot of gratitude out there for the effort that was shown to let them know how much they mean to us as a community.
That's really awesome, and I'm thankful for all those food truck vendors that went out there and participated. And hopefully, it was such a success that you guys do it again. And next time it comes up, maybe we can promote it to get other people out there to show their appreciation as well.
Yeah.
Another thing you and I were both at and got to witness was the arrival of the inaugural Southwest Airlines flights. We've talked with Jennifer Adams and we've talked with Tracy Stage, but from the county's perspective, what does it mean to finally have them here?
Oh, it's huge. And I think that inaugural flight celebration was evidence of how excited we are to have Southwest in Northwest Florida in VPS at our airport. Making it really easy for even more direct flights coming straight in to Destin, Fort Walton Beach, and for us to be able to fly and explore new areas. The water cannons, I thought it was so awesome. It was great to see representatives, see leadership, all kind of come together and celebrate this success of having Southwest Airlines. I know Tracy Stage was just like beside himself. He's been working so hard to get this airline here for so very long that it was remarkable to see everybody turn out and show up.
Yeah, Tracy was a bit emotional at the press conference, and then when I interviewed him off to the side, he was like, if y'all are gonna ask this question again, like, I'm gonna start getting emotional again. So that just goes to show, the effort that has gone on to get them here. And when I talked with Bill Tierney from Southwest, they were just thrilled to finally be here and to see those flights come in. So it was a really great day. I got a little sunburned. Didn't get to have any donuts that were there because there was so much going on and filming, but a really great day, and super thrilled for the airport to continue to see their growth and expansion and adding more lines. And I believe I saw this week, did they announce that there was a direct flight to Chicago now?
Yeah, they just started. We just had the inaugural flight, and they're already adding some more direct flights for us. So I think they may be just as excited as we are.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, let's talk one other thing that was a huge deal, got a lot of attention, and that was the sinking of the Big Dog. And our friend Alex Fogg
Mhm.
took you and Nick Tomachek along with him for that deployment. How did that go?
Oh, it was so cool. It's great to see Alex in his element. He's so passionate about the artificial reef program and very professional. And it was fun to get out there. I was a little skeptical about getting out there at 6 o'clock in the morning to jump on a boat, but I'm so glad that I did. We got some great coverage. We were able to see everybody at work. Dreadnought charters, they were incredible. The work that they put into that to make it a success. I was able to, see them drilling those holes in the ship and making it to where it's safe for all the sea life. There's nothing swinging, nothing hanging, nothing's going to fall on anything once it hits the bottom. And then we had the divers go down there to check it out afterwards, and just seeing how much care went into preparing that ship and how many agencies were involved to make sure that it was a safe deployment from start to finish. It was really great. It was also really awesome to watch a ship sink. I don't know why, but as that thing started going down, it just was a great conclusion to all of the work that went into it. The water was like spraying up in the air as the air got out of the ship as it was going down to hit the bottom, and it was great. It was fun, and I think that it's going to be really good for our divers. I mean, they were already excited about it once they went down there.
Yeah, it landed like it was supposed to. So I know Alex
Mhm.
was thrilled about that. And as you mentioned, Dreadnought Charters did a great job with that
Mhm.
deployment. And for those who aren't aware, Dreadnought goes out on a lot of these deployments. They were the boat that took us out for the deployment of the FADS, and they actually just, what was it, yesterday, won an award from the TDD for all of their work that they've done to be able to go out and
Mhm.
be on a lot of these charters. So what a really great day for the Big Dog. And what was also cool was I've seen servicemen and women in the area who've gone on and said, I used to be on that, that Big Dog
Yeah.
ship, and here's what they used it for with us. And so it was really cool to actually read some of those comments from those who served and actually
Mhm.
were on that ship and what it was intended to use for when it was operational.
Yeah, we've noticed that it was that Facebook post was definitely the most engaging post we've had this year, and a lot of it was those men and women who have been on the Big Dog, and they were sharing their stories, and it was fun to read.
That's it. Well, April, thanks so much for coming on and going over a whole host of stuff that has happened recently across
Yeah.
Okaloosa County. And I hope that you and I can make this a regular weekly segment. What do you say?
I think that's a good idea. We had a lot today. It's been really busy in my department as a solo PIO, but now we have two of us in the public information office, and I think that we can make this a regular thing and share all the cool things there are going on in the county.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. April Sarver, Public Information Officer for Okaloosa County. April, thanks again for joining me, and we will talk next week.
Okay, thank you.